Good day. I'm looking...
What are you doing here? You are in a hidden village, a sacred village. The Renaigse have no place here.
I seek audience with the Mistress of Wisdom, the Tierna Hakkadactus. Do you know where I can find her?
The Tierna is in her home. She goes, she comes as her heart desires. Only her Voglendaig must know. And if I knew where she was, it's not me who is going to tell her, Renaigse. Go away, leave me alone now. I have much to do. The great hunt is coming.
Please now. I wish her no harm. I just need to speak with her.
You speak well and say pretty things, but it is by your doings that you will be judged.
Then, in that case, tell me what I can do.
There is much to be done in this season. And Pedir, the great gatherer, has not returned from the woods.
Very well. Would you like me to go and get him?
That would be good.
Bortir to Madre Naixi.
Good day. I seek the Mistress of Wisdom, the Tierna Hakkadactus.
I have no idea what you want with her, but no one in the village will tell Renaigse where to find her.
I do not seek to harm her, only to speak with her.
I don't know where she is. Her Voglendaig might know, but I think he will tell you nothing. You are in one of the most sacred villages of our lands. The Renaigse are not welcome here, and we are busy making ready for the great hunt.
Maybe I could help you with something.
Help us? Why not, after all? It would speak well of your intentions. During the great hunt, we place bells on the path to keep the animals away. During the last hunt, there was a great storm, and the bells were badly damaged.
Would you like me to repair them?
That would be good. If not, we need to make new ones, and I am afraid we will not have the time.
Let's take a look at this chime. The base is damaged. The wooden tubes can no longer hit each other. We will need to craft a new base.
Kirk might be able to help. He's quite the able-bodied soldier. Good with his hands.
These chimes are once again in working order. Looking where it's been hung, it isn't surprising that these chimes are making no sound. They're far too low and can't catch the wind. Now, with the chimes in the proper place, they should sound like they are supposed to sound. The base of this bell is damaged. That's why it no longer makes a sound. I need to build a new one. These chimes are once again in working order.
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go! Ward off this trait!
These chimes here are simply tangled, but I need to untangle them without breaking them. There. Everything is in order. It will chime whenever the wind blows upon the branches. Hello. Are you Padilla? People in the village are worried about you.
Escueto, Arenaik say that I know no more if I am what you say. In truth, I fear being dust, waiting to settle on the earth.
What has happened to you? Why such despair?
My eyes have clouded. I'll see no more, nothing at all. I was once the great gatherer.
But by the devils, why have they sent a blind man to gather herbs?
No one knows. I said nothing to them. I know my village so well that I do not need to see to wander through it. But I can no longer gather the herbs of the sacred dye. I know they are here in these woods, but I cannot find them.
Very well. Can you tell me which plants you need? If you are certain that they are somewhere in this patch of woods, it won't be difficult.
But how am I to guide you? The names we give to these plants are not the same as the names you give them.
Describe them to me. I think I'll find them.
One is a blue flower, the other a green mushroom, and the last ingredient is a blackberry.
Very well. Don't go anywhere. I will take care of it. I am back, Padir.
Yes?
I found the herbs that you were looking for. Here.
Thank you. You're good. I did not know your village now.
I will tell them that you're on your way.
Thank you again. But I do not tell them what you have learned about me. I do not wish that they treat me like a broken cripple.
Goodbye, Padir.
You are here again.
I found Padir. He should be along shortly.
Whatever made him take so long? He's not a man to be bothered by the beasts.
That poor Padir fell asleep under a tree. Age, I suppose. It seems like it would be the right time for him to take on an apprentice. Someone to help him on his walks.
If one day I'm as old as that man, I hope to run into someone like you, Desarde.
I thank you, Renaikse. Your acts are as beautiful as your words. You are welcome here, and I hope you find the Tierna Hach Kadachtas.
Well now, Renaikse. Were you able to repair our bells for the hunt?
Yes. They are all working now.
You are very surprising. But I should have known that as an Onolmanawi, you would be different than the others. I now believe your words to be true when you say you desire no harm to our Tierna. You need to find her Voglendai. I will tell him that your intentions are heartfelt.
Good day. My name is Desarde. Would you be the Voglendijk of the Mistress of Wisdom?
Bir tirtamad, Renaxe. Yes, I am among us. I have heard much talk about you from the people in the village. They like you. It is rare. We see few Renaxe here. And those who do come are quickly chased away.
Do you know where I might find the Mistress of Wisdom?
The Tierna Hach Kadaktas. I regret she is not here.
Do you know where she might be found?
You have earned the trust of the people here by helping Padir and preparing the trail of the hunt. I suppose that I could tell you where to find her, but...
What's the matter? You seem troubled.
I am. I lost my sacred seal, and I fear the just anger of my wise mistress.
Perhaps I could help you, if you tell me a little more.
It is a sacred stone that my mistress asked me to study and meditate with. I had it with me when I was going to the river, but I was suddenly attacked. Of course, the animals left me alone in the end, but I dropped the seal in my flight. I would gladly go and look for it, but I am alone in the village, waiting for the Tierna Hach Kadaktas. And what with the preparations and the great hunt, I cannot leave at this time.
I see. I'm going to look near the river and see if I can find it.
Thank you, Renaise. The Tierna Hach Kadaktas went into the sacred bosque. She goes often there to meditate.
And where could I find this bosque?
To the west of the village, into the heart of the woods. There is a passage between the rocks that gives access. Be wary. This is an untamed place, where the animals are wild and numerous.
I must leave.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Ongos,
What do you want, Renaixi?
I found your seal. It was indeed near the river.
My heart thanks you. You are a Renaixi like no other. The Tierna Hakadaktas would have been angry if I had lost it.
I must leave.
You are not welcome here tonight, sir.
I regret troubling your rest. My name is de Sardet. I'm a legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Nev, daughter of Morrigan, daughter of Cardwin. What is a legate? And what could she want from me?
I am an emissary, a representative of my nation. I have come to speak to you about a cure.
Of what cure do you speak? You do not show signs of sickness.
I am not. But on our continent, many people are dying from a terrible plague. We have named the sickness the Malachor, and none of our doctors have been able to heal anyone taken ill. We have heard talk from some of your people of a cure that is so powerful that it can heal almost anything. You would be...
Tierna Hakadachtas. Forgive this affront. Her face resembles ours, but she does not know our customs. But her intentions are pure. She truly seeks a remedy for her people.
And what is a Donegad of our people doing with these invaders? What do you seek in their company?
Understanding, Tierna, and to learn for the good of our people.
You truly think there is anything the Renaigse could teach of any value? They come here to rape our lands, as did those who came before them long ago.
This miraculous cure that we heard talk of. Could you share the formula with us?
You are either completely crazed or foul liars. None of this makes sense.
But
Enough! I have lost enough time with your lies and your foolish thoughts. I do not know what you truly want from me, but I will not be used like some puppet.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
These roots are so interwoven and taut that it's impossible to get through them. There is a residue. It looks as if something had been placed here. She passed through here, there's no doubt of it. But how was she able to get past these roots? This stone stele has something to do with the entry of the grotto. But how? Do you have any ideas?
These roots protect a sacred passage that the Donegada wants not just anyone to take. You are correct to believe the stele is bound to the entrance. You need to make an offering. In general, you place a seed of a particular plant chosen by the Donegad that sealed the grotto.
How to know which seed to place? And where would we find one?
The easiest way is to ask someone who has already passed through the passage. There is a good chance that the Voglendike has already taken it with his mistress and could help us.
Thank you, Siora. Your wisdom has been a great help to us.
Were you able to meet the Tierna Kadaktas?
Yes, but to my grave disappointment, she fled before I could expose my arguments.
Yes, many strangers have tried to capture her many times. She must have decided you were one of them.
I am once again in need of your assistance. I must take the passage blocked by a door of roots.
You had the honor of speaking with my mistress. If she chose to follow the sacred passage, then it is that she had nothing more to say to you. Why would I share with you the understanding of the ritual that protects her?
I promise that I mean her no harm. I just need to expose as best I can the problem at hand. Her help is truly necessary. Thousands of lives are at stake.
Tell me more.
My people have fallen prey to a serious illness, which has almost certainly taken my own mother by now. If we do not quickly find a remedy, we shall all follow her to the grave. But the Tiana Hakadactus can help us. We are sure of that. She will know of a remedy able to heal this sickness that plagues us.
Your quest seems noble and with great respect for the life of all. You must feed the offering ward to enter into the passage and meet her once again.
I need to place a seed on the stone stele, don't I?
Yes, you must make this offering. I cannot tell you from which plant it is given, but there is a chance there are more in her dwelling. I will let you enter this one time, but treat her dwelling with respect, I ask you.
Thank you for your help.
Do not be so eager to thank me. The place you enter is ripe with dangers. As do all sacred places, it defends itself with the wild beasts that it fosters. This passage leads to a forest where the ancestors of the Tierna Hakkadaktas makes her home.
And why should I fear the ancestor?
Have stories of the Nadaig been shared with you? In your language, you would call them guardians.
Yes, I even encountered one. She was magnificent.
Then you know of what I speak.
I must leave. This looks like a collection of skulls from various animals. I wonder what purpose they serve.
These skulls symbolize the animals. Through some rituals, we greet them. We thank them for feeding and dressing us, so that the next hunting season, they will once again give us the weak amongst their herds.
All of this is extremely interesting, but alas, it won't help me open the root passage. This plant looks familiar. I saw some not far from here. Unfortunately, it has lost its seeds. This bark is covered with little symbols. It looks like some sort of writing, though I've been led to believe the natives have no written language.
The Donegada use these symbols amongst themselves, and only they understand their meaning. It is a secret and sacred language. I cannot reveal to you what the bark contains without breaking my bond.
Can you at least tell me if they speak of a passage? A seed?
No. I would have told you.
All of this is extremely interesting, but alas, it won't help me open the root passage. All these crushed plants and these powders. She must have been preparing a potion. It might be the miraculous remedy. To be so close and yet to have no idea what to do with all this. I don't see any seeds here. The only clue we have is this plant. Let's try to find some other flowers. It might be their seed that opens the passage. All these flowers. Perhaps this is where the Tiernahak Adactus finds the seeds that we're looking for.
Perhaps, but this flower...
These flowers are similar to those we found in the dwelling of the Tiernahak, and they bear seeds.
Those are the offering seeds we need to open the root passage. We should go try them.
It is truly pastoral. Seeds, knotted roots. Oh, how I miss the ocean.
We have what we need. Let's go back to the stone stele.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
there.
It looks very ancient. I wonder what treasures it contains.
Be respectful. We are in a sacred passage, which is for initiation and meditation.
We did not come to defile this place, and we do well to hurry. The Tiana Hakkadactus has quite the head start.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! See if you can ward off it. Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
There's a chasm here. The Tiern...
I need a bit of practice. I need a bit of practice. I need a bit of practice.
poison on my blade. Then let's go! Someone went through here. In fact, I think I can see several different tracks.
I hope that she did not hide in this forest. Finding her here would be quite troublesome.
It is an ancient and holy forest. A powerful place. There must be a Nadai here. We should be careful.
We didn't want this fight! Why? Why?
In order to capture and extract from her what we need. To examine her. Dissect her, if necessary. You have done us a great service, guiding us directly to her.
Are you saying that...
Even if the creature has concocted some remedial potion, it is not the song we came for, but the bird. She leads the sorcerers of this island. She knows how they transform, and from where their powers originate. Our scientists think that the remedy is there, in their pseudo-magic, and in their mutation. Thank you for bringing her to us, and ridding us of the monster.
Do you think I'm going to allow you to manipulate me?
I don't think anything. Apologies, Excellency. But you are going to die tragically from a stray bullet intended for the monster.
A bit of poison on my blade, and let's go!
Mercy, Your Excellency, I surrender.
How dare you ask for mercy after attempting an assassination? After revealing your conspiracy to me? You deserve nothing less than death.
I will not go down without a fight.
A bit of poison on my blade, and let's go!
Nahak? She's unconscious. We need to bring her back to her village. She needs to be tended to. We should leave right away. Going to survive?
Yes, she will heal. They were not shooting to kill her. And we are resistant, you know. The bond empowers us. It gives us the vigor of animals, the resilience of trees. It's undoubtedly for that reason that your alliance is so interested in us. Tiernehach, she does not mean to harm you. Please, let me...
What do you want from me, Ranaikse?
We were manipulated by the Alliance. We had no idea that they sought to capture you. We believed their fable of a miraculous remedy. We killed the man that wounded you. He will hunt you no longer. And their governor will have explaining to do.
I suppose I should thank you for having pulled me from their claws and bringing me here. And to have crushed the life out of a few of these parasites. There is indeed a remedy. But I doubt that I can do anything against this sickness that you describe. I don't know it. And I don't see how I could create a remedy that would heal it.
Perhaps you could try? We are desperate.
This remedy was prepared for a precise purpose. To heal those who escaped the claws of the Alliance. These monsters capture the Sinol Menawi and torture them, bleed them, put things in their veins. Those that do escape are in such agony that our care and comfort are not enough to mend them. That's why I made this remedy. Not for your Malikor. My people have never fallen prey to such sickness.
How can you be so sure? Perhaps it's your tremendous resistance that protects you from the sickness.
Perhaps. Enon Mil Frictimen protects us all.
Enon Mil Frictimen?
God of 1,000 faces in your tongue. The one and many who protects us and our island. They and we are tied and bound, as they are tied and bound to you. Their generosity to our people is infinite. but the crimes of the Renaigse enrage it. After all, perhaps your Malikor is their vengeance.
This is strange. The two tracks that we followed have led us to the same name. Enon Mil Frictimen.
The god of 1,000 faces. But I don't believe he is the origin of your sickness. He protects us. He watches over us.
That's right. We know that the congregation came to this island long ago. A lot longer than we first thought. The Malikor could be a consequence of that first attempt to colonize. A curse cast at that epoch, brought back by the first defeated colonists. After all, are they not the reason the first guardians of the native legends appeared? Whatever, one thing is certain. If there is something or someone on this island powerful enough to heal the Malikor, it is certainly him. We need to bring this news back to Constantine. Even if we don't have a remedy as of yet, he will be happy to know that we have made progress.
Here we are. We have a good view from here. The harbor office is well guarded, both outside and inside. Getting through the main entrance is impossible.
There must be a blind spot. There's always one.
You could dress as a knot and go through the back door, but someone may recognize you inside.
I'll need to be much more discreet. A potion could help me.
That is an option, yes, but since I'd rather avoid hurting any knots, I made some inquiries. The harbor office has an arrangement with Dieter from the brothel. Girls come every night with wine.
I see. You want us to spike the wine so that they sleep during our search?
It's a proven technique, and I can assure you they do not sniff the wine before drinking it.
Right. Let's get a sleeping potion. Then we'll go see Dieter.
Good day, milady.
Disarday. I'm the emissary of the congregation on Tir Fredi.
And cousin to the governor. I know exactly who you are. Enchanted. I am Admiral Cabral, and I see that you're accompanied by one of our own. Hardy winds, Vasco.
Hardy winds, Admiral.
You are still angry with me for keeping you ashore, are you not? You'll one day thank me for it, but I don't suppose you've come to talk to me about affectations. What can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island. Ruins that, after careful scrutiny, were built by the congregation. In one of them, we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions. Questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. The bishop that accompanies you on occasion could without a doubt tell you more.
I won't hesitate to speak to him about it.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent.
My fair cousin! Come closer and tell me what brings you...
Allow me to present Afra, an emissary of the Bridge Alliance. She is an eminent naturalist who studies local flora, in an effort to find a remedy.
Your Excellency, it is a great honor.
You were part of Governor Buren's lost expedition, if I've understood correctly, were you not?
Yes.
I can only imagine. I implore you.
I wanted to inform you of our progress in the attempt to discover a cure. As you advised me, I followed the leads shared by our allies, none of which led anywhere. However, they pointed in the same direction, towards a sort of god that the natives worship. They call him Enon Mil Frictimen, the god of many faces. He is very powerful and protects the island.
How can you be sure that it's not some sort of myth? Even a superstition?
I saw it take shape with my own eyes, during a ritual. It is possible that the Malachor is the expression of its vengeance.
You are referring to the secret we unearthed. The entire continent is paying today for the errors of our grandparents. It is a terrifying perspective.
But if it were true, he must also be able to help us heal.
Princess, could you shed some light on this being? Is it possible to meet him?
All the Donegada know him. He is the strength, the spirit of Tirfredi. You were looking for a demon or a remedy from plants, so I did not think of him. But yes, he is very powerful and as old as our world. He could surely heal your sickness. But it is not simple to meet him. Impossible, I would think. Though it is not my place to judge, you need to earn the trust of Glendan, the Elder of the Council. Ask him for his help. He lives in the village of Dorchad Genadu. It is in the heart of our island, at the entrance to our most sacred lands.
Thank you for your help, Princess. I will not forget the numerous services you have provided for us. And thank you, fair cousin, for everything.
My child, I'm happy that you are here. I've had an idea that I wish to present to you.
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is a formidable woman, gifted and diplomatically skilled. I fear that your cousin might be a little defenseless when dealing with her, and would like to give him a few weapons.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of formal encounters and choreographed etiquette. If we had the means to action more personal leverage, the Mother Cardinal could not manipulate your cousin.
How could we ever find anything of that sort?
Everyone has nasty little secrets, my child. It's our task to discover Cornelia's.
It is a very good idea. But alas, I have other problems to resolve first.
I understand. Come and find me when you are ready.
I had a meeting with Admiral Cabral concerning what we found in those ruins. She said she was bound by a pact that kept her from answering questions on the subject.
The Nauts are nothing more than mercenaries of the oceans. I suppose that she wants something in exchange.
Effectively. She told me that her men posted at San Mateus met with some problems, and she advised me to speak to you. Does that make sense?
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Thélème, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the Nauts. We will need to speak with those on Thélème lands. And of course, seek out the Bishop Domitius.
I will see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Hello, milady. You are from the congregation, are you not?
Indeed. De Sardet. Your admiral has sent me here.
Pleasure. You may call me Fernando. I am the port commander here. What might I do for you?
Your admiral informed me that you've been having problems with a few citizens of Thélème. What more can you tell me?
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received threats to my own person. One of those high and mighty long robes dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Burning me? Then 2 of my men up and disappeared, and I do not believe in coincidence. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not answer my requests for an audience. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. Find my men. I implore you. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need.
Fernando and the Admiral are close. When she was captain, he was her chief mate. She trusts him completely. That's why she put him in charge of the management of the port of San Mateus.
We should talk to some other sailors at the port. If some of their comrades have also disappeared, they may be able to give us some information.
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you. I would like to ask a favor of you.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island might be the one St. Lucius wrote about.
Is that so?
We did, but let me explain. This island was where St. Mateus lived at the end of his life, and where he founded a perfect community. Some time ago, we created a village which we called Eden, following his example. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest to the one described in the Holy Scriptures. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied and guided in their budding faith by our theologians. As you can imagine, it is of the utmost importance to us. All the more so because we discovered some tablets there, which were engraved by our founder.
An extraordinary discovery that confirms your suspicions.
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets were stolen, probably by the islanders who still reject our influence. I know that you are generally well accepted by the natives. That is why I was hoping that you could help us to retrieve what belongs to us.
I suppose I could go to Eden and try to retrieve them.
Marvelous. The leader of the community, Father Justinius, will be able to answer your questions. May the Enlightened assist you in this holy quest, Your Excellency.
What do you want from me, my daughter?
Lady de Sardet, emissary of the congregation.
Ah. The congregation still has the uncanny gift of surprising us. I am Bishop Domitius. I represent the Ordo Luminous on the island. What can I do for you?
I believe you have a few problems with the Nauts who reside in the port.
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my daughter. And of course the pagan Nauts would be among them. They are very secretive, and have all sorts of strange rituals that they keep to themselves under cloak of mystery. The sorcery they employ to guide their ships is drawn from nature, just like the sorcery used by the natives. And to top it all off, and this is where it stings, we suspect them to be at the origin of the Malachor.
Whatever do you mean? How?
Have you ever once crossed paths with a Naut suffering from the Blood Plague? Why are they spared? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin, calling upon various cursed rituals. It's as simple as day. I am certain that we will find clues of their rituals and their pagan idols in their stockhouses in the port.
What a nest of absurdities.
What other reaction would you expect from those responsible for the curse that afflicts us?
Very well. Let's just agree that these rumors need to be verified.
Anything else?
Good day. I am looking for several sailors. Some Nauts that disappeared a few days ago.
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk like everyone else on the port, but that's all. You should ask the Mage Inquisitors who have taken up lodgings here of late. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere, and they spend their time spying on all that moves, especially eyeing all that the Knots are up to.
And what do these mage inquisitors look like?
They wear a very peculiar symbol.
We cannot question all the inquisitors roaming around the port, especially considering what we've learned from Domitius. They must be doing everything in their power to discover the Nort's secrets. Good day. I'm looking for 2 men, Nauts, that went missing a few days ago. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor. A nice fellow. He was telling these stories. He was drinking hard. He went outside for a moment to... you can imagine. And well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk to have passed out. If it were that, we would have found him. No. Something happened to him. That's a fact. But I would be at a loss to tell you what.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that's where we should go. If we find inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here. We're approaching the tavern.
If we want to eavesdrop on conversations, we should be discreet.
You again. Why am I not surprised to see you implicated in this story of surveillance?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A witness told me that you and others of your order seem to be spying on all comings and goings in the port. 2 Nauts were captured not long ago. You had to have seen something.
You are mistaken, my daughter. You've been misinformed.
Your attitude already says a great deal. If you know something, then speak up.
You have no idea to whom you are speaking. I will not allow myself to be threatened without consequence.
Bit of poison on my brain.
Close to it,
Was Aloysius fled as soon as he could. He's not exactly courageous. Let's search these men. They may have some interesting documents. So, they're keeping the Nauts in the prisons of the coin. Entering that place will not be an easy feat.
Good day, Desade. How can I help you?
I met the representative of the Ordo Luminis, and he spoke of his fears concerning the Nauts.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and arrogance, and sees evil wherever he gazes.
That bishop is not made of milk and kindness, but his questions are intriguing. He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor, because you never fall prey to it.
Responsible for the Malachor? And how?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very similar to that of the natives?
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies of a lunatic. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Naut's secrets. But the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new, if we can stay discreet.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed. Of that I can assure you. Come on.
It's blocked. It's blocked. It's blocked.
Can I get you anything?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Greetings. Quartermaster Herbert. I'm in charge of these barracks. And you are?
Desade, legate of the congregation.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. And what can I do for you?
That will be all, Quartermaster. Thank... Locked. I don't have the key. Locked.
Halt! You have no authority to go any further.
And if I gave you this so that you might go and have a little fun?
In that case, I could certainly look the other way for a while. But be discreet.
Thank you. Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit I was of the firm belief that... But you must make haste.
They spoke of a great... I heard them talking about their thank you again for...
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. And we should probably find out more about this secret first. If we don't discover anything reprehensible, we'll have an easier time convincing the Mother Cardinal to intervene.
Good day, Desade. Okay.
Thanks. I've got everything. This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way, we'll know exactly what the Nauts are hiding from us.
I can assure you we're not hiding anything reprehensible. But if you absolutely want to check it out for yourself...
Good day, Desade. How can I help you?
Thanks. I've got everything I need. I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars.
These objects are called sextants. Looking at the heavens through them, we can determine and track precisely the course of our ships.
Nothing magic or impure therein. They are nothing but measuring instruments. These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side.
I wouldn't begin to know how this one works. It's a new model, invented recently. It's designed to measure the depths of the oceans. It's extremely useful.
And that? It looks like a thermometer. And this other machine? Does it really predict the weather?
The second instrument is a barometer, and it does indeed predict where the weather is going to be. Nothing magic in it either, I can tell you that.
These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here. Nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I have definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naught's secrets get the better of him.
I don't think you realize the importance of what you have just seen. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable of navigating the high seas.
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but protects us from competition.
And this story about the Malachor?
I have no way to explain why we don't catch it, but we're not responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in this place.
Now our priority is to discover what this great purification is.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
Yes?
I would like to have an audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during our investigation.
What is this about, Domitius?
Well, I don't rightly know.
You see, Eminence, Bishop Domitius has brought to my ears his order's accusations concerning the Nauts. According to him, they practice a religion close to those of the natives, and use a nature-drawn magic. They would also be implicated, therefore, in the appearance of the Malachor.
That is an extremely serious accusation.
Effectively, considering the accusation is founded on no proof, other than the Nauts' tradition of secrecy. But these suspicions have pushed the Order to extreme actions, risking the fragile peace of the island. The Ordo Luminis captured several Nauts, locked them in jails rented to them by the Coin Guard. They were tortured with the singular goal of forcing them to admit heresy. They obtained nothing. If I had not intervened, these men would be dead.
Is this true, Domitius?
Some of our brothers undoubtedly misinterpreted the evil. I would have never allowed such a plan.
These Nauts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to bear testimony. I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack, a great purification. They were signed by you, Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the Coin Guard to attack every Naut building and imprison every one of their men that could be taken alive.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
The Nauts are not believers. We should not be dependent on heretics.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Nauts? I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I will decide at a later time their fate. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after the Nauts. What madness. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos. Carry my best wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will tell him, Your Eminence. Until we meet again.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminis. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies. We transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Freddy was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
I understand you may be sad because you were lied to. But do not be sad about who you are. We are a proud people. And I am glad to know that you are one of us.
Come closer, good people. The court in wine.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black. Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me! Constantine, stay with me! Constantine! There is a chance he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No. No, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother, and the others on the continent. I am dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so... Cousin, I don't...
Constantine, I am here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that cannot be dealt with later.
But please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story. Believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother was captured from here during one of them. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not...
your fair cousin. No. All the lies that we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told I am the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my fair cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day. Kurt, what is... what's going on? Is there something wrong?
Coin guards! The time has come.
But... what is this?
Ready arms.
Kurt, what are you doing?
Aim!
Stop that, soldiers! Lower your weapons, now!
Sorry, Greenblood.
Fight with honor.
On guard.
I said draw!
Stop it, Kurt!
Wait!
Speak! Why did you betray us?
Our commander figured out that we could easily take control of this island. You rely so heavily on our protection. You are so dependent. So naive. All the governors will suffer the same attacks if they haven't already. Your problems are far from over, Greenblood. The commander is there on the docks with all his lieutenants. I've failed, but they will certainly succeed. Here, or elsewhere on the island. Not every governor has a cousin that I trained personally for combat.
It's over. You were defeated. You have no honor.
I agree with you. But I did train you well. At least there's that.
The student surpasses the master, and you cannot bear it.
You are wrong. I am proud of you. Truly.
Thank you. You saved us all.
The nerve of them.
What else was there to expect from employing coin-fed mercenaries? All that liberty, so close to power, went to their heads. It would have happened sooner or later. They could have been preparing this sort of coup for years.
Without wanting to rush you, bantering about the dangers of according one's trust to a sellsword is appropriate, but...
You were right. It's time for action. We need to get you somewhere safe, Constantine.
Those are my advisors that you must protect. Me, I want to...
To join in? Look at your condition. It's out of the question. We are taking you somewhere safe.
As you've left me no choice. There is a hiding place in the cellar.
We will take care of your advisors after that.
And we should make these conger eels pay for their treachery.
And attempt to stop the coups in other cities.
Then we have no time to lose. Let us be gone.
Kurt's death might have been enough to make these congers retreat. But they'll come back, that's for sure. We better be prepared for a fight.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight. We must hurry, before the guard can act.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
blade.
Then let's go!
They will betray us this way. I will not let myself be slaughtered like a dog, sirs. On
Bit of
guard!
poison on my blade.
Then let's go!
Lord Minister.
Ah, friendly faces finally. What a I was in this room when I heard sounds of battle. Fearing for my life, I hid myself in here. But what is going on? What madness has befallen the palace?
It is a coup d'etat. The Coin Guard wants to take control of the island by assassinating all its governors.
The guard is everywhere. They could succeed.
We will do everything in our power to thwart them. Come now. We'll take you somewhere safe.
I'll follow you.
Locked.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Let's go!
Let's see if you can ward off this fight.
I am but a man of ink and quill.
I don't have the key.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Let's go!
Lord de Corsillon.
De Sade, you've come at a serendipitous moment.
A coup d'etat. The Coin Guard.
So, that was only a question.
We should have paid more. Follow me.
I'm coming.
I don't have the key. Locked.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see what's capable of.
I don't have the key. I don't have the key.
blade. Then let's go!
Let's see if you know how to use your weapon.
We've reached the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine, promise me that you will stay here until we secure the city.
Do I even have a choice? Here I am, consigned to my quarters like some broken old maid.
Like someone ill, Constantine. Someone who is dear to me. And the city wouldn't survive your loss.
You have such a way with words. Very well. I promise to stay here, obediently awaiting your return.
Let's go then.
And cousin? Watch out for yourself. You are dear to me as well.
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We love our lives.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off my fate!
You will regret ever going against the guard. You will regret ever going against the guard.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Lady Morange, make ready to depart. We cannot remain here.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided to take control of the Isle. They plan to overthrow the governors. They were set on assassinating Constantine and his entire entourage.
The idiots!
You are in danger. Do you know a safe place we could take you?
Don't worry about me. I have friends here. They will hide me. Go! And do be careful.
If I remember correctly, Torsten's quarters are in the right wing.
Going in through the front door would be dangerous, and the noise of the battle could make him run away.
You're not wrong. If we're to stop him, we had better be discreet.
I believe there's a passage leading to the barracks in the tavern. We could use it to our advantage.
We could also climb up the left wing scaffold. We'd reach the upper floor directly.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this
You will
fate.
regret ever going against the guard.
Let's see what you're capable of.
You will regret ever going against the guard.
Let's see if you can ward off
Let's see what you're capable of.
Let's go! Careful! You're wounded!
No one. I hoped he'd be here.
Look, he's left all his mess behind. If we're lucky, we may find some information in his papers.
The traitor had a contingency plan. He must be boarding a ship to another city as we speak.
The Admiral certainly can't be aware of his plotting. She would never support him.
I thought as much. She would have too much to lose. According to these papers, Torsten was counting on some other officers to lead the attack. We must stop them too.
What are you doing here? Who let you in? I demand an explanation.
It seems that your men are a little distracted this evening, Lieutenant. It is understandable, with all that's been going on. You are under arrest, as well as your commander.
But what is this? Soldiers, ready weapons!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Close to is rechne sturing.
I'm glad I was not in Kurt's place. He became a traitor unwittingly.
I should probably have taken more heed of him. He was my master and my friend, and I did not listen. What a waste.
No one is allowed to go downstairs tonight. I'm sorry. Come back another day.
What if I paid you a supplement for your good services?
Very well, you can come in. I hope I won't be in trouble.
I regret, milady, we are closed this evening. Come back another day.
I'm not here to tempt my luck. Are you in charge?
That's right. What do you want from me?
From you? Nothing. We are here to arrest the commander's lieutenants.
Is that right? Now this ought to be good. And for what crime would that be?
You know very well.
Oh, and you...
Whether they move or not, it matters.
I must admit...
Weapons!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I heard some ruckus out here. Soldiers!
Stop. The person we were here for has been brought to submission.
What did you want with Lieutenant Olga? Very well.
Too late. The coward has escaped. It is not over. We need to warn our allies.
Let them fend for themselves. Would they have come to save you if the situation had been reversed?
One thing is certain, we cannot save them both. You will need to make a choice between the two.
Very well. Let's go to San Mateus.
Beg your pardon, Excellency. The city is encircled for their protection. No one can enter. We shall make no exception.
For their protection? Betrayer! You have some nerve.
Warn the guard!
A bit of poison on my blade. Let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Close to it, Rick.
this way. Incredible!
What's the matter? What just happened to you?
Ah, madam. Those guards. Can you believe those ruffians threw us out? For needs of security. I've served.
I don't doubt. Could you possibly help?
Well,
but what?
I don't know.
It is true that you do not know me. But you do know that the congregation is your ally, don't you?
Yes. Yes, of course. It is said that you have a young...
We were also attacked by the Guard. And that is how we know what they've been preparing. The Coin Guard betrayed us. And these men are preparing to kill the Cardinal. You understand? If we cannot help her, then you have no idea how far you are from recovering your post.
I am sorry. I don't want any trouble. The guards are awful, you know. But, if it helps you, they say that when the palace was built, they put in a secret passage.
A secret passage? Where would it be found?
They say it starts in the church, but I don't know exactly where it comes out in the palace.
Thank you. Let's go and see that church. I think I feel a draft of air coming from over here. The passage that the servant spoke of must be very close. There. This brick seems loose.
We're in. All that's left to do is find the Mother Cardinal. Let's hope she's still alive.
It's blocked.
Come with us, milady. All resistance is futile.
May the light guide my hand!
Catch her! You won't be going any further, Governor.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this feint. Let's see.
Thank you for your help. The Enlightened have heard my prayers. Too late for my retinue, alas, but my counselors are without doubt still alive. These soldiers said that they were holding them on the second floor. Might I once again call upon your help? Free them, please, but do be prudent. The palace is undoubtedly still slithering with traitors. Be discreet. The slightest sign of foul play could push them to kill their hostages.
Do not fret. I will handle this.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
woman of faith.
Let's see if you can ward off this fight. Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! You Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this thing you understands. Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
I think that they were the last. The palace is liberated.
Ah, Your Excellency. I am happy to see that you are alive. Is the danger past?
Yes. The last traitors that took the palace have fallen. You have nothing more to fear.
I am infinitely grateful to you for your help. I have received reports that the fighting in the city has also ceased. The seditious faction of the Coin Guard have been arrested by a contingent of their brothers in arms. They were firm believers and refused to participate in this infamy. I also learned that Hikmet has fallen. The Bridge Alliance lost its city to the traitors. I can't really say that I regret it. The Bridge Alliance being our enemies, I would have preferred that these brutes had failed and that their commander pay for these crimes. Without your providential rescue, we would have suffered the same fate. I shall never forget what you have done for this city and for me. May the Illuminated bless you. Please, give your cousin these same words of gratitude and the assurance that more than ever, we are allies.
I shall not fail to do so. Goodbye, Your Eminence.
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Constantine, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
I thought you might want to know more concerning the events that have taken place.
The attempted coup d'etat of the traitors. Yes, I am eager to hear what has transpired within these very walls. When I think of the cold-blooded face of that treacherous Kurt. You showed exemplary true courage. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
And saved our city and our Mother Cardinal. An immense service that we shall never forget. She has asked me to relay to you her most profound gratitude.
To me? How very nice of her. I imagine that you know that Hikmet had less luck. She flies the banners of the Coin Guard as we speak. Most of the scholars were massacred, but their governor has sought refuge here. This treacherous commander must be celebrating at least his partial success. But his victory will be for a short time. He must be stupid to have thought that the nations of the continents will let him trade with them and won't cut him off. I wish him luck in finding a port that will welcome him, and you were able to catch his lieutenants. The squires will pay for the crimes of their masters, as happens too often.
It's still hard to swallow that Kurt betrayed us. We've known him for such a long time. To think that he trained both of us, drumming into us fight with honor. How tragically ironic.
You were able to turn that to our advantage. That little phrase is what saved our lives. As to why he betrayed us, he has taken that with him to the tomb. Fortunately, the entire guard did not follow his example. Many have remained loyal.
What do you plan on doing with them? How can we possibly trust them again?
We cannot. But we cannot do without soldiers either. We shall have them pledge allegiance to the Congregation of Merchants, and I shall name a trustworthy intendant to keep them in line. Nothing more can be done. Before you leave, I must ask you something.
All right. I'm listening.
I do suffer, my fair cousin. I suffer so horribly, and alas, we have yet to discover neither cure nor remedy. Don't blame yourself. I know how much you do for me. Yet, I'm afraid that before the sickness claims me, the pain will have driven me mad. If only there was a way to ease my suffering.
I know of a healer, with powers that are legendary amongst the clans. It is rumored he can alleviate even the most terrible pains. His village is west of the city. I could take you there.
One of our holy men lives in San Mateus. His healing powers are supposedly miraculous. Alas, it is a miracle we are in need of, my son.
If I may, Your Highness, we have the best physicians in the world. It shouldn't stop Father Petrus from praying for a miracle. It can't do any harm.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Telemae are prey for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are the only one I trust, so please, don't let me lose my mind.
I'll follow the leads and find a way. I won't let you down. Hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.